that Leah was unloved, that he made her able to bear children. And that is why I'm saying that it doesn't matter what has been said about you, male or female, and that you have felt unloved and unwanted, rejected, abandoned, marginalized, for all that you have learned this weekend. I want you to know that God has broken every barrier in your life in the mighty name of Jesus. It is going to be the right eyes that will see you. It's going to be the right hands that will touch you. If you are hungry and thirsty for love, be satisfied with God first. But God knew her journey. I'm not minimizing the reality of being rejected. Let me tell you, it is painful. It is painful for you to be failing where others are succeeding. What's it? What is my own? Where have they done me? All those spiritual forces, they have crumbled in the name of Jesus. All those belief systems, they have been broken and restructured in the name of Jesus. But it doesn't minimize the fact that you still bear the pain, you bear the agony of past issues with you. What do you do with the secrets of your lives that make you feel not good enough? That makes you go into relationships feeling so insecure. And because when you are insecure in a relationship, you can never relax in that relationship. You are always going to be on edge, always suspicious, always crying for love. Leah was in that situation. Jacob was Leah's husband. But Leah was not Jacob's wife. Who was Jacob's wife? Rachel. There was an imbalance of what? Commitment. And that is what happens when you allow yourself to go into a relationship with a lot of insecurities. You go into it because, they are doing me a favor. They are beating me. Let me just keep my mouth shut. They have people said before the end of this year, I will get married. This is the Bible that came. Let me jump at him. Because I may miss this boss. Some of us have entered into that mentality of last chance. And we hurry into relationships. Leah was manipulated into a relationship. And for the good first part of her life, all she was crying for was for love. And that is why her first son, Reuben. Well, Reuben, where are you? I saw you now. Chief, okay. Her first son was Reuben. And do you know what that meant? He says, now will my what? Husband love me. We start using children to play in the relationship. We start using children as baits for each other. If anything, at least for my children's sake, at least for my children's sake, at least for my children's sake. Any marriage that is based on that doesn't last. Because the children will come and go. And at the end of the day, you are looking at each other. You are hating each other. And you are too embarrassed to separate because it's like, what will people say? But she was always crying for love. And the first child came and said, oh, now my husband will love me. Fa, fa, fa. Wow. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Then it was like, no, I will keep trying. I will keep trying. The second child came and said, you, I will call you a speak. Let me say it as we say, I speak. I speak into you, son. Now that this child has come, I call him Simeon. My husband will hear me because God has heard me. Because Simeon means heard. In relationships, don't we want to be heard? Don't we want to be loved? So what she's asking for, they are not illegitimate needs. They are legitimate needs. But she was so broken, that she was so thirsty, that because she didn't feel enough within herself, she was expecting another man to fill her tank. And no other human being can fill your tank. No other human being can make you happy, so you better know how to be happy by yourself. Before you can be celebrated, you need to celebrate yourself first. If nobody is writing you a card, write one to yourself. If nobody is buying you a gift, go to ShopRite, look for something that you think you deserve. Buy it and say, to celebrate me, give it to yourself. She was not heard. The husband didn't even look at her. And then it's like, no wahala, I will born him another one. So can you see that even though Leah did not have the packaging, but there was something that girlfriend knew how to do. She knew how to born babies. And I'm going to talk about that later. And she had the third one. It's like, now my husband will attach to me. Named him Simeon. Can you imagine a woman in that kind of relationship? That all she was always begging for was attention, for affirmation. Though she was married, but she was lonely. Let me tell you, it's better for you to be alone than to be in marriage and be lonely. Because people won't even understand. Because they assume you've got it together. What do you want to go and open your eyes to and tell them that it's not happening? She was suffering in silence. And you see, when you go into a relationship where you are insecure and you manipulate yourself into it, then you make yourself vulnerable for abuse. Because what now happens is that let us just patch it. Let us patch it. Let me just manage. Because they have pitied me. I was not even meant. They have done me a favor. Ah, look at her family. Me, who know me where I come from my village. See, this girl come like me. I come marry them. See all the money when they come from me, Papa. I beg. She should shit for my head. Continue shitting.